From the field to the card shop, it's Moon 3PO and Bro PO breaking down baseball and the hottest sports cards. It's been a minute since we've said that intro. It's been a very, very hot minute. Um, Obviously, we'll talk about the little hiatus that we currently on. But Bro PO, we're in the middle of a week recording Hump Day. It's a Wednesday. It's flagship release day. A big signing night. How's your night going right now?
Oh, I'm good. Incoming F bomb, but we are fucking back right now. And by when I say we, I mean the Sox are back, baseball's back, spring training's back. This cardboard dugout, we're back to recording. We back, so we're probably gonna obviously be dropping more baseball content now that the season and spring training is gonna start coming around. Um, Top Series 1 is here. We back. We just all back. We back all around. We backing it up.
Yeah,
How
the
you
F
doing?
bombs are back. We lasted about
F-bombs are
50
back.
seconds. We lasted about 50 seconds on the F bombs. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. It's fun to bring back the baseball section of the pod. For the dedicated baseball listeners, if you're kind of wondering like where the hell we were been, if you've been not following the content, which I preface for you guys to go follow us on the socials because you kind of would have got an idea of what we were doing. So man, I think the last time we recorded was maybe like about a month ago, 2 months ago. I think we did like a New Year's recording, and I think after that, I think that was it. Um, Obviously a lot of shit has happened in between that, so maybe down the line we'll maybe cover everything that's happened in the hobby, things of that nature. But to kind of summarize in a quickly short notice as far as of what we were doing and what happened, obviously we had recognized that the baseball offseason was a little bit slower than per usual. Or not per usual, it was just a lot slower. And with baseball in the offseason, there's only so much that you can do, especially around trading cards and the hobby. Granted, there were still releases coming out, but even with that, it felt like for a good solid month and a half, some of the releases were just kind of like duds, either duds or they were just super high price for like
But say yeah,
we're not
majority
gonna.
of like all the stuff that was coming out was like higher end products where you're paying like $500 for like one card. So it's like yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, even with that, and then like obviously we discussed, like we got into breaks a little bit more, and even that was still like out of our budget. So like it just wasn't a thing where we're gonna talk about it. Obviously, some cool stuff has happened in the hobby. Mookie Betts autos are back, Barry Bond autos are back. We talked about that. Paul Skeen's debut patch, that drama. Maybe we'll talk about that later once we do get a final sell price. I know it was kind of being sectioned or shown off at Fanatics Fest or Fanatics
Fanatics,
Collect, where the
yeah.
hell West wherever the hell that convention was, which to me there's still kind of maybe some shady things with that, but hey, that's a pod for another pod.
It's
But
probably
yeah,
held
we were
like
doing
in a secret dungeon where like the Illuminati's at. It's pretty sure it's where they have Fanatics conventions.
they probably brought it out so Paul Skeen and Levy Dune could take a picture with it and go put it back
Some people,
with
some
Michael Rubin.
I saw a comment. They're like, "Does the value go up knowing that Livy Dunn touched the slab?" I'm like, "Y'all some nasty ass people out there, dude."
This hobby's a bunch of full of freaks. uh, but yeah, so when we the last baseball pod that we did, we talked about at the end of like bringing in a different section of the pod, that being the wrestling side of the pod. And I'm just gonna be brutally honest, that took off faster than I thought it would. We were getting a lot of views both on YouTube and both like audio wise on both Spotify and Apple. So of course, as a content creator, like you're gonna strike the iron when it's hot. So with that, we put a big focus into that the last month or so. Granted, that's not going anywhere. We're still doing that as well. But like we just discussed here, baseball's back, spring training today, officially pitchers and catchers reported today. Obviously, we have some big signings that we're going to talk about. So ironically enough, we were just going to shoot the shit this episode. We were just going to shoot the shit, kind of talk about some of these stories, talk about flagship, what we thought about it, since cards are obviously being seen in hand now. So kind of give our opinion on that. I know I was kind of critical of Series 1 a couple of pods ago. But then I think like 20 minutes before I sent you the link, or 30 minutes before I sent you the link, we get a notification on Discord that Alex Bregman has officially signed with the Boston Red Sox on a 3-year, $120 million opt-outs after the first 2 years. There are some deferrals involved with this deal. Granted, some of the logistics haven't been announced yet. This deal was just announced like an hour ago at this point. But Broprio, let's get the first reactions, because we talked about this a long when we started this pod too. We talked about Bregman and all that. But let's get the first reaction. Obviously, I know you and we had our convo, but let's get the first reactions here for the good old listeners of Cardboard Dugout. What was the initial reactions of seeing that graphic? Just seeing that graphic gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, and I think I probably saw it the exact way you did, because I got the alert from a Discord, which I believe we're in the same one. I think it's the Baseball is Dead Discord, and somebody just posted at Red Sox. So I was like, all right. I was like, what did they do? At first, I was like, I think you were the same way too, how we talked about it. I thought it was about the Nick Pivetta deal, where Nick Pivetta had signed with the Padres, and so I thought initially maybe that's what I thought it was about. What it was about. And then I was like, well, maybe it's like a minor league signing or something. So I click it, and it's fucking Alex Bregman in a edit of a Red Sox jersey, and it's like it has a picture from Underdog saying that he signed. And I was like, nah, that can't be real. Are they trolling? And then like legit, like as I'm looking at it, like the comments just start coming in. They're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and I was like, oh my god, is this real? Really quickly went to Twitter, and yeah, there's the tweet. It was from Underdog. And I believe somebody, I don't remember his name, but I believe it's somebody from the Athletic who reported the deal. And then so I was like, all right, I gotta FaceTime you. So I FaceTime you. I'm like, did you fucking see it? So, but initially, yeah, I was pretty excited about it. I think I preferred Bregman over Arenado, just because I don't know. I feel like Bregman still has a lot more to give than I do Arenado. I think Arenado's still a great player, but I think the opening of like Bregman moving to second kind of feels better than having Arenado like move to first, or like him at third and then move Rafi to DH. Like I felt like there was a lot more question marks with Arenado than it was with Bregman. But yeah, I'm excited. I think he's gonna play very well at Fenway. So I actually, incidentally, I looked it up, like his career stats. He has 21 games, not including the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, but 21 games at Fenway Park. He's a 375 career batting average, 490 OBP with an OPS of 1.240. So yeah, I honestly think we're probably like just I'm projecting like maybe like a 35 home run season probably from him. He's gonna love the monster. I mean, obviously we saw him quite a bit when we would go to the Houston games or the Astros and stuff like that. So we know how they have the Crawford boxes. You know how he plays there. So I think he's gonna have a good time hitting some monster bombs over that green monster.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. This dude has haunted me for so long. Obviously, the vivid memory that comes from me is the 2017 when he's on like the rail of Fenway and he's like screaming. I don't remember the moment, but he's like screaming. That moment has haunted me.
I think that's when they took Sail Deep, if I'm not mistaken.
That's when he took Sail Deep.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I think it was like that. I think it was probably that game 3, because we got swept, or did we get?
No, we won one game. That was game 4.
Okay, yeah. So I think this is the one where maybe it wasn't Sale then, or I don't know, but I do know. I think it might have been like a grand slam, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was something like that. That moment we used to, and they used to play that like GIF all the time, and then they used to play that at Minute Maid when we would go, and I said that I fucking hated it. But even on my personal account, on the deep lore of my personal Twitter account, there's tweets of me always liking Alex Bregman, because the dude has always been like he's that dog, he's that dude, he's that gamer. And I think that's something that this team has been missing for the last couple of years, ever since Bogart has been gone. You know, obviously Pedroia was that guy too, but PD, Bogart, they've been missing that leadership the last 2-3 years. Don't get me wrong, Justin Turner, great player, but you're not that guy. Rob Refsnyder, you're not that guy. Trevor Story, you're not even on the field to be that guy. As much as we love Rafael Devers, he's just not that guy. Like he goes, he hits bombs, and that's it. Like the dude, like he's not gonna face the media. And obviously you can make cases of the language barrier, things of that nature, but I don't think that plays into it. I just don't think that's his personality. Like he relied on Bogart. So with Bregman, I think he's that leadership of that guy. He's been there. He's a 2-time World Series champion. You know, he's been in MVP voting. He's a top 5 MVP voting back in 2018. MVP voting in 2019, finished second. So dude's been there, done that. It's been durable. So been there, done that. And I think even as well too, the relationship with Alex Cora. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it obviously was a great relationship in Houston. Got a little bit rocky, if I'm not mistaken, with the whole scandal type thing. I think that's what I've heard. I've don't quote me on that. And then from what I've heard now, that it's been like much approved. And obviously Alex Cora was big and get on recruiting him. There was always the rumors of that he wanted him, but Breslow didn't want him, or something, whatever the hell those rumors were. Obviously now, maybe we could put a fake news stamp on that, but yeah, I just think overall that this is what they needed. They needed a right-handed bat, and they got it. And I agree with you 100%. I think if we go back to the lore of Cardboard Dugout, I think we were both on the Alex Bregman train. I think we were both kind of on the fence of Arenado, just because there's a lot of moving parts that come with it. And even with that too, Chaim Bloom is at the helm with St. Louis, so if he's finessing a bat like a Blaze Jordan, a Zanatello, somebody like that, like he obviously sees those guys and he knows those guys. So there's comes that weary to trade with somebody that we did pretty dirty. I agree that we did pretty dirty. So yeah, I love the deal. 3 years, $120 million, opt-outs after the first and second year, if I'm not mistaken. I think that even fits the Red Sox needs too, and it fits his needs too. You know, if he's, knock on wood, if he has a bad year, he can easily opt into the next year. If he thinks he can get more money in the secondary market, he can go and opt out, try to get some more money. And obviously this doesn't tie you down term wise, because now you have your Marcelos, you have your Kristen Campbells. So you're not really tied down long term, which I think was a big thing with Breslow. And I think probably with ownership is like, well, we don't want to be tied down so long because we put so much stock into these guys that we know that we can relay him. And like you mentioned, he's a utility guy. So we could put him at second. We could put him at short. We could put him at third. So yeah, I think this is like one of the best signings that the Red Sox have made in a long time. And I think this makes us here. I guess we'll put it out here. Are we World Series favorites?
Ooh, I probably. Oh man, I probably wouldn't go that far as like favorites, but
At least from the AL side, because obviously I would say the Dodgers are favorites.
yeah.
But like off the top of my head, like who from the
I mean,
AL?
they are this. I think this automatically should put them like in the playoffs. Like they have no reason not to miss the playoffs now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would put them like as a division favorite. I'd go that far as a division favorite. I mean, you're really just gonna battle it out with the Orioles and the Yankees. I'm sorry, the Jays aren't gonna do nothing, and I'm sorry, the Rays are the Rays. So they're either gonna have like a really mid-season or they're gonna be really good. So I mean, but then again, they're gonna be playing in a minor league ballpark, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. So that'll be
It's great to think
interesting
about. We got two major league teams playing in minor league ballparks. Obviously, one is for a reason that was
Fucking wild.
uncontrollable with the hurricane, but we got another one being just for being damn cheapskates. But yeah, kind of crazy when you think about that.
Yeah, and they're both in the AL. So what does that tell you? But yeah, I mean, I would think you can make a run at the division. You could probably be one of the favorites, because you got the young and Orioles. You have the old Yankees who just collected a bunch of old grizzled vets that are trying to prove something. And then you got the Sox who also have their young guys, but now have a little nice mix of young veterans on like Bregman, Devers, Walker Buehler, guys that have been there and done that. So it's a good little mix. It's going to be good. But I would think this automatically puts them into like a playoff contention team. But I don't know about World Series favorites. It's just, I don't know. I have to let it marinate for a little bit.
Yeah, obviously we'll have our breakdowns down the line. Obviously, we're already halfway through February, which is crazy to think about. And then like we just discussed, our spring training just started. So once we officially get those full training squads, we have everything kind of settled and finalized. We'll definitely be bringing out those full breakdown videos of divisions, World Series favorites, everything of that nature. But yeah, obviously we'll get more news as the days come. I'm pretty sure he'll pass his physical pretty soon, and then we'll officially see him in some Red Sox gear, Red Sox uniform. We'll get some sound bites. Curious to we'll listen to other Red Sox podcasts. Red Seat Radio, shout out to him. Does some really good content on YouTube. Obviously, I'm wearing the Section 10 hoodie right now. Unplanned to, was wearing this to work today. So as for spring training for pitching and catches reporting. But now it's still wear it here for the pot. So curious to see those guys tune in, and everybody, Red Sox Twitter, baseball Twitter. It seems like the perception on Red Sox Twitter right now is like, they're like, this is it. Like this was the fucking deal. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'll probably watch some 2017 playoff runs or something like that. Because I was even looking back at his 2019 run. Man, the dude hit at a 8.9 B WAR, 41 home runs, 112 RBIs.
That's his career best and everything.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then last year he was a 4-win player, 26 home runs, 75 RBI, 260 batting average, 315 on base, 453 slug, 118 OPS. And like, I know people probably like, you're excited about that. Like, dude, I would take that any day of the week from what the production that we've had from second and short.
I mean, he's a career 132 OPS plus. Like, he has not one season under 100 OPS plus, which means that he's above an average MLB player. So it's like, I mean, his lowest was in 2021 at 113. So it's like, he's that dog. He's not that dog.
I'm about to go to freaking HEB and go buy some fucking Breggy salsa. Have you ever had that salsa? That's fucking bomb.
Breggy salsa?
Yeah, he has. I think that's what it's called. Oh no, he renamed it. It was called Breggy Bomb.
We're gonna have to ask Jim Bro, since he's got the hookup at HEB now.
He does have the hookup.
Yeah.
What is it called now? It's called Wild Soul. That's the name of his salsa, but it was called Breggy Bomb.
Huh? I've never heard of it.
So that salsa is fucking good. And that was pre when he was with the Stros, and like pre like any Red Sox rumors and that. Like, I'm not even just saying that to be a fucking glazer. That salsa is pretty fucking good.
Huh?
Highly recommend.
Well, there you go. Breggy sauce.
And it was always a rumor because like the Breggy Bomb was always like an Astro thing, and it had like Astro colors. So like when he changed the name of the salsa and all that, people were like, "Oh my god, he's leaving! Oh my god, he's leaving." Maybe they were right.
Oh, they might stop selling it then.
Ah, shit! I didn't think about that.
Because he's leaving Texas.
Yeah,
unless they sell it online.
I'm about to put a fat order.
It's called Wild Soul now. Yeah. All right.
I'm about to put a fat order of some Breggy sauce, Wild Soul salsa.
We're gonna have to message Jim Bro, like, hey, get some Breggy sauce.
Wild Soul. I put a fat order of some Wild Soul.
There you go.
But yeah, Bregman, happy he's here. Maybe a jersey. I don't want us to commit to a jersey, but maybe we'll get a jersey down the line. For both me and my wife. My wife, ironically enough, was a big Alex Bregman guy. She was poking fun at me earlier because there are some deep tweets on the Nick lore. If you ever find that page, there's some deep tweets in there that I'm proud of. But yeah, you go back and find it. Actually, I will be proud of it because it shows that I've been a Breggy guy for some time, even though he's fucking tortured me for a little bit.
And he's also a part of probably like one of our favorite moments of all time when he hit that little diving. Well, when he hit that ball out to left field in game 4.
Oh yeah,
of the 18 ALCS.
Yeah,
when Benny caught it. Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot I was fucking getting like a maniac to put down your Instagram.
Oh, we all were. Jesus. Yep.
And what did he do? He put a video of him like hitting homers off of Evaldi or something like that. I think.
That's he did the. Cause I think Evaldi was set to start that game, and I think like the day before, cause I don't think they had announced a starter, so I think when they did, like Bregman like reposted like him hitting a home run off of him. I think from like earlier in the season, and we're like, all right, motherfucker, let's see. And of course, I think it's probably that game. I think he struck out. I think he had like 3 strikeouts that game. I remember because Evaldi was throwing some gas,
throwing heat.
Yeah. Damn, speaking of Evaldi, I was on Clever Kevin's Whatnot stream today, and I was gonna bid on this Nathan Evaldi auto card, and I didn't swipe the fucking bid thing in time, and it was for $11. I was like, that's not bad.
I know. I gotta hop into more of his stuff. The dude puts out some good stuff.
Dude, it's pretty fun. Like he just I mean, obviously, it helps that he just sells baseballs, and so all he does is just everybody in the chat's like talking about baseball and stuff like that. He has a lot of good cards too, and yeah, it's just bidding. So you pretty much you put the price of what you want to pay or what you're willing to go to. So, but yeah, he always has a lot of cool cards. I actually got one today. I bought one. It's 2024 Stadium Club Pedro Martinez, number to 50. I got it for $10.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So I'm probably gonna slab that one. So yeah,
That's not a bad deal.
usually he says like most of the cards like he sells are like near mint to mint. So unless he says otherwise, so yeah. But shout out to the homie.
I know. I've been getting into Whatnot recently. Granted, despite all the stupid shit that they did with Backyard,
Yeah.
which I did address on my TikTok. We're not going to address it here. So if you're listening and think I'm just ignoring it, did address it on my TikTok. So if you want to go follow my TikTok, Moon3PO, you can find out what I said about that.
Boom.
But yeah, I've been trying to get into it more. Like I have my seller verification thing, but I don't know if I ever going to do it or not. I have quite a bit of inventory these days where like I feel like I can do something, but I'm not going to be giving away cards for free essentially. So
yeah,
gotta work out those tinks. But yeah, obviously Bregman, love it. We'll see what happens here down the line once we get those sound bites. We'll obviously be doing this pod. We're going to bring back the pod here. Probably go back to its regular schedule programming of once a week, maybe a couple episodes here and there, so we can kind of get this thing rolling once again. But originally what this episode was supposed to be about was 2025 Top Series 1. It is officially dropped today. We are recording this on February 12th. This episode might now be out on either the 13th or the 14th, depending on how fast I'm able to edit and how fast my internet wants to.
A little Valentine's Day episode.
A little Valentine's Day. A little Valentine's Day pod.
Eating your steak with your boo, listening to some Cardboard Dugout.
Ripping open some packs. So yeah, depending on when I'm able to edit this and get this out here for you guys. So hopefully 13th or 14th, nothing later than that. This episode was supposed to be originally just all dedicated to 2025 Top Series 1. Card officially dropped here on Wednesday. Cards are now in hand. Box breaks are being done there on Fanatics Live, whatnot. Singles are now on eBay. I know our local hobby stores were selling hobby boxes going for like about $109. Jumbos were going for about $210. Megas, blasters, all that kind of good stuff. They were all going for normal retail price. I know you and I were kind of chatting on it throughout the day, but after seeing some cards in hand, and we'll go over a little bit more in detail since we kind of know a little bit more about print runs and some of the cards, what they look like. Based on what we're seeing so far, Bro Pio, I know you kind of always kind of go a little bit back and forth on the hobbies or retail. I know you're the retail guy. Have you been convinced yet, based on from what you've seen, if this is something that you're diving into when it comes to a hobby?
So the reason why I always go back and forth is because Tops and the Breakers do a really good job of like showcasing the big hits. So I think I think Filth Bomb breaks pulled the Barry Bonds auto, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But if you look behind that picture, you're gonna see a big fat stack of fucking cards. It's like, yeah, you had to rip through all those cards to get that one. So I know like that one's been pulled already. We seen like the Aces card, which I think I heard might be short printed in this one, because I heard that somebody ripped a one hobby and one jumbo and they didn't pull an Aces card. So like I saw a couple of those, and I've seen a couple of images of other ones. But I usually try to I'm like, all right, like if I go and I buy something, like I'm probably more than likely gonna get the shit out of the stick and end up with an auto of Joe Schmo. Shout out to Joe Schmo. Hope he reported to spring training. Okay. But I mean, for the price point, you can't beat it, right? And you're doing it for the rip. And if you enjoy baseball, you enjoy baseball cards. I think regardless, like I mean, for a price tag of like, I think you can get it on. If I'm not mistaken, it's not sold out and it's still available on the Topps website. So I think with shipping, you're looking like about a little bit under $110, which I mean, it's some money, but it's not as bad compared to like everything else that they've recently been putting out. So, but yeah, let's see. Got a busy weekend ahead of us, so with some family with some family events. So,
Hey, I'm
Uh,
gonna be ripping open some packs on our event on Sunday.
hey, I'm down for the content. You know, I got my uh my little mini me who's obviously now into likes ripping the packs. So uh, yeah, so I'm pretty sure she'll like that if she can come in and rip open a pack of baseball cards. So if time allows, I would like to go to maybe try to give it to a hobby shop and try to get something, even if it's just maybe like a mega box or something. You know, try to pick up something. And if not, maybe there'll still be some left over on the Topps website, which they are from what I can see right now. Um, but yeah, it's always I try not to get too excited because I see the hits, but then I go and I'm like there's a lot more to it than that. So, but for the price point, you can't complain. I mean, it's flagship. You have to, you know, gotta do it.
Yeah, I'm really I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, everything is still available on the top website. Value box 24.99. Um, a hobby box 89.99. You could buy a jumbo box, a collector binder. Oh, that's pretty cool. A collector binder and some
Yeah,
binder
I
pages for
saw that.
213.99.
Yeah,
I've never seen that. That's
there's
pretty
a
cool.
binder. Yeah. Of course, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's pretty cool.
we'd be interested in the binder because it has Aaron Judge on it. But
Boo.
let's see who comes out in series. Let's see who's in series two. I'd be interested to see if they do this for all the products, like just throw in a binder.
Yeah, I think that's new. I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Jumbo's 213.99. The Hobby's 118.99. Mega Box 49.99, and then a Jumbo is 184.99. Um, I was on the deep lore of YouTube today, and shout out to Striker Breaks. Does
yeah,
a really good video. Kind of like if you want to find, if you're like myself or like Bro Peel, where like you want to find the best bang for your buck when it comes to like parallels, number cards, things of that nature. Um, like the hanger boxes still are like one of the favorites to rip
yeah.
when it comes to the Excel sheet and like price per card, price per parallel. Yeah, I think the fat packs too. Because yeah, I haven't committed myself to a hobby box surprisingly. Um, like I don't know what it is. Like I think it's like the part of me wants to do it for like the content for like you mentioned there, it's baseball season brings it in, but like the $100, like the business side of me now is like, oh, I could just go buy singles of that. Like I'm watching a couple of cards already of some the golden mirror in variations of both Tristan Casas and Rafael Devers. Like I'm watching those and those are below like a hobby box. So it's
Yeah.
like, do I want to go and just buy the single? Do I want to go and rip and maybe pull a Barry Bonds auto, things like that? Like there's always that thrill of that chase, but you know, there's that opportunity where you can get a player worn relic of a Joe Schmo, as we like to say, and that's well, that speaks for itself. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention, yeah, like you mentioned here, the all aces. This is courtesy of Chasing Majors. They are super short print. So out of a hobby box, those are 1 out of 1,167 packs. A jumbo is out of 1 out of 287 packs. Out of a hanger, 1 out of 315. A fat pack, 1 out of 1,066. A blaster, 1 out of 545 packs. A mega out of 1,294. A Fanatics 1 out of 1,544 packs, and the tins are the new product here for this. So and those you can find like the holiday parallels. Those are 1 out of 315 tins. A lot of tins you'll be buying for those. So those are short printed. Those look really slick. The black design, like the black border. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be hard to grade if you pull one, just because any little white schmeckle and you're looking at a
Oh,
9.5,
yeah.
a 9. But yeah, if you can find like a good pristine one, you're looking at some good cash. And there's some good players on here. Always find it weird that they do this, but you can find a Babe Ruth with the Red Sox. I like you couldn't do like a Pedro Martinez or something. Actually, oh shit, spoke too soon. There is a Pedro Martinez.
I'm gonna say I think
Okay.
Pedro. I remember Pedro being in it last year in last
Yeah,
year's flagship, but I don't know if it was super short print because I feel like I saw them quite often. So
yeah, they weren't because like I remember I bought a
yeah,
Shohei Ohtani for like $2 and like I flipped it like
yeah,
on eBay for like $10. But yeah, they were not like this. But like you can get like I don't really want to know like what a Paul Skeens is gonna go for. Jackson
my
Jobe, that'll
God.
be a kind of a cool one. AL Cy Young winner Cherrick Skubal, Rhett Lauder, Yamamoto's in here, Satchel Paige, that's pretty cool. Um, oh, actually, we got 3 Red Sox in here. We got Babe Ruth, Roger Clemens is with the Red
Yeah,
Sox,
Roger
and
Clemens is in
Pedro.
there.
Oh, that's pretty
Roger
cool.
Clemens also has Red Sox autos in this set. which I thought was
That's
pretty
pretty cool.
cool.
I didn't. Yeah, I sent you the
Yeah.
Nomar one yesterday. Even Pedroia's in here for
Noma.
autos.
Yeah.
Pedroia's in here for autos. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool cards. I think one of my favorites, always in these sets are the home field advantages.
Yeah.
Those
Which those
I
have been
wish those
popping
got the.
off on eBay recently. Like they're getting up there.
Yeah, I just sold my. I think I I sold my Tyler Soderstrom one just today. Somebody bought one. Made my money back, or I made like about 5x. I bought it for $2, sold it for 10.
Nice.
But yeah, those are supposed to be like case hits. So like a hobby is 1 out of 240. Jumbo is 1 out of 228. A display 1 out of 229. Hanger 1 out of 228. So yeah, they're like around roughly about 1 out of 200-ish packs. There's some good players in that. The one I really, really want, there is a Rafael Devers
Oh yeah,
one of
Rafael
him.
Devers is on there. Yeah.
I saw a picture. They look pretty cool. There's another. I think there was. Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought there was a Paul Skeens one, but that was I think in last year's Chrome or
That
something
was
like that.
in that was in Chrome.
Chrome, right?
Yeah.
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 So the one I think is pretty cool is they showcase this one. I think when they were doing the promotion stuff was the Bryce Harper. That one looks sick, and then the I'm not even a Mets guy, but the Francisco Lindor one because it has the OMG sign in the
Yeah, I
back.
saw that one. Yeah.
That one looks sick.
They even have
Like I'm
a
not even.
they even have a legendary home field advantage. It only has 5 cards. You have Chipper Jones, Tony Gwynn, Ryan Sandberg, Lou Gehrig, and Adrian Beltre. What a fucking
And even
list.
those are even more super short printed.
Lord.
Out of a hobby, those are 1 out of 500. I'm sorry, 1 out of 52,375 packs. A jumbo's 1 out of 14,335. Hanger 1 out of 16,002. Fat packs, blasters is a blaster is out of 1 out of 77,003 packs. Like those are even more super short printed.
I'm so curious to see who is going to pull the first social media follow back one. That's what I want to see.
So I was gonna follow up with that. So you can get follows from Kobe Mayo, Frank Thomas, Jackson Churio, Jackson Murray, J Rod, Juan Soto, James Wood, Ken Griffey Jr., Paul Skeens, or Reggie Jackson.
I wonder what they did. Like how they got someone to agree to this.
I'm surprised they got Paul Skeens to agree to that. He does not look like a guy that would like.
You can kind of
Like-
so I follow him on Instagram and he looks like he gives me like that kind of like Mike Trout s vibes where like he doesn't like want to be in the spotlight and he's like real quiet, but at the same time, like I think MLB's trying to push him out there. Like you see him like
They've been trying to.
and he just doesn't look like he's for it. Dude just looks like he just wants to play baseball and just be about his day. Like you could tell. Like I don't know. There's sometimes where like I know the most famous one is probably when they announced him for the Rookie of the Year, and he's just he's just there on the couch chilling, and Libby does like cheering for him. But yeah, you can just tell that they're trying to push him as like a superstar, which so rightfully so he is. Like but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he's just not fucking with it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think they have to now. Like especially with him being on the cover of MLB The Show with Ellie and Gunner. Like I don't know when was the last time a pitcher was on a cover of a video game. If anything, I know like David Price was on one 10 years
2K10.
ago. Or like 2K10, 2K11. Like I can't recall a pitcher ever being on the show. I know they've been all hitters, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of a pitcher.
Yeah,
off the
honestly,
top of my
I
head.
think MLB The Show's all been batters. If I can,
All been hitters, right? That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Or like yeah, because I can't think of anybody else. But yeah, because like I think he was even on what was he on? Seth Meyers, I think. I think he was on Seth Meyers, and you could just tell like he's awkward and like he's trying to get better. I think he has that side of his personality where like he is very open, but I think like you mentioned, he's just a dude that just wants to go and play ball. So I'm curious to see whoever gets that redemption they request to follow him. Like, imagine if I pulled that card, like, hey, they want to come to the pod, dude. I think that would be like the most toughest interview that we could ever do.
that'd be my first follow. That'd be my first message to him. Like, hey, Paul, thanks for the follow. Want to join the pod?
But yeah, out of that list, who do you want to follow? Whose card would you want to get? Reggie, Paul Skeens, Ken Griffey, James Wood, Soto, J. Rod, Merrill, Churio, Frank Thomas, or Kobe Mayo.
Oh man, who do I want to bother with all my bullshit that I tweet? Oh man. You know what? I want to give me the give me Reggie Jackson. I want to have Reggie Jackson follow me. Just so I can just imagine him like this old veteran World Series champion. He's like, what the fuck is this motherfucker tweeting about?
I wonder how much Tops had to pay him to convince him to do that.
I'm all these guys like I don't like Ken Griffey Jr. too, like, and Frank Thomas, like you know like I don't know, like I would consider like the guys who are obviously currently playing, like I'm pretty sure they're not on social media as much, and I don't think they're gonna have the time to do it. So it's pretty interesting. I wonder how they came about this checklist and how they got some of these players, but it's pretty interesting, pretty weird.
Yeah, no, it's a weird one, for sure on that. There's also some like, man, like looking at all these inserts too, like even I was hearing some people say it. I think they were saying it wrong. I think it's placata. That's the way I say it. Like even those,
It's placata because it's from that MLB. Ever seen the commercial? It's
right?
from the plátano to the
It's
placata.
Okay, so it is right. Okay, I
Yeah,
heard some people saying like,
yeah. Because if you look at the list, they're all like Spanish speaking players or his. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to.
okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, I put that together. I'm like, all right, they're all like like foreign or like
yeah.
Hispanic type
Dominicans,
culture.
Hispanic, yeah,
Dominican,
Mexican,
yeah.
yeah, like all those guys. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what video I was watching. I think they're saying like, is it placata? I think they were
it's
saying about. I think it's
placata.
placata. So like even those are super short printed. So yeah, I mean there's a lot of good inserts that I mean, if you run into a hobby, or a jumbo and you pull these cards, like the heavy lumbers are back. Those are always cool. I saw a sick Barry Bonds one that I'm watching on eBay. It's out of my budget. It's like $200-ish. It's a heavy lumber card. Card looks absolutely sick. But yeah, like there's Barry
Oh yeah,
Bonds,
that Shohei. I think
Junior.
that Shohei lumber card got pulled too.
Did one get pulled already? Like, let me see if I
Yeah.
can bring up my eBay really quick.
If you go
Maybe
to
see if it's
Fanatics
live.
Live, his Instagram, that's where you can pretty much somebody. Okay, so you know that I think it's Nicky Casas, right? The one who plays coach for the Yankees, like Coach Al, where he dressed up as him.
Oh,
Have you
Coach
seen it?
Al.
So, so I think Tops had tweeted out like, "Oh, like what hits have you got?" And some guy tweeted out, he's like, "I got this junk," and it was an auto of him, and they featured that tweet on their post. But I'm like, dude, that's like knowing me, like I bet you that's something I would pull. Like my one auto that I get, and if I'm lucky, I'm probably knowing me, I'll probably get like a player worn or player touch patch. But if I get an auto, it's
And
gonna be Big Al.
I know
Coach
people
Al.
are also going crazy for it, and like I get it, it's a cool card, but I personally like I'm pretty sure it can go for some coin. I believe his name is, and I'm a young guy, so don't quote me on this. The name Larry Davidson, I think that's his name.
Oh yeah, the
Larry,
actor. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
he has autos in here. Like if that was my auto, like I will be pissed. Like I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, like the card will go for some coin. Uh, so maybe you make your money back depending on what you buy, but
But yeah,
like
like I think also too, the quarterback from the Houston Texans signed C.J. Stroud. I think is his
CD Stroud,
name.
right?
So I think if you buy an Astro spot, like in a team break, like you have a possibility of putting that auto, which I'm pretty sure that would do some money too. Not baseball, but it's like I think it's his image rendition of him throwing the first pitch. So
Yeah, I know they had that last year too. Like they had like that, like Travis Scott. Like they had some things like that. Like um quickly to go back, I don't know if you've seen the card yet. Those for the YouTube people. The heavy lumber Barry Bond. That's a sick card. That's right now on a 249. I don't know if you've seen this yet. This is one of the golden mirror image variation. I'm watching it right now on eBay again. It's kind of out of my budget right now. 115. He's asking for it, but it's a Bogarts, and he's back at Fenway,
oh shit, that's dope.
and he's sipping his cap. So I thought that was a pretty cool card.
Wait, I think
That's it.
somebody just, or maybe not. Hold on, let me see. What I feel like I think somebody just mentioned that somewhere else. I could be tripping. Hmm? Never mind. I thought
Yeah,
I
there's
saw it.
that one that
Somebody talking about it.
did this Tristan Cassis one already sold? I was watching one from Cassis. Did that one already sell? Damn, people don't play. Yeah, I think somebody did.
But yeah, I was looking at the just going back to like some of the things that you can pull, like just going back to the Red Sox. I was like, damn, some of these are pretty cool to have. Like they have it's called a Baseball Stars Dual Auto. They have one of Pedro and David Ortiz, and then they have one with Pedroia and David Ortiz. I'm like, dude, I would fucking die for one
Oh,
of those.
oh, that'd cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're sticker, but man, that'd be cool.
and then they have a Baseball Stars Triple Auto. They have one of Veritek, Fisk, Ortiz, and then they have Ortiz, Manny, and Johnny Damon. Like,
Oh, damn.
that's pretty fucking sick. So if any of y'all pull any of these, give us a little DM to the Moon 3PO page, or shoot me a DM. You can see my wonderful Twitter handle at the bottom. But yeah, I also want to see what those City Connects they have, like, I guess they're like memorabilia. I guess they're called City Connect Swatch Collection autograph relics. So they have
So I was
Rafaela,
watching
Duran,
one.
Yoshida, and Abreu.
Yeah,
So how do those look? Those look pretty cool.
they look pretty cool. It wasn't an autograph one, but it was a a normal one. I'm gonna show you. This is the Jaren Duran one that I was watching. It's sold before I was able to buy it,
Ooh,
but that looks pretty cool. And it's like, especially the fact that it's the yellow. Like it's not something stupid where like it's like white or anything. But like yeah, and it's game used, so
nice.
not the auto, but yeah, I think that was pretty sick. I always love the City Connect jersey stuff because like obviously these teams don't
And
wear this every day.
we're getting some new ones this
And
year.
we're getting new ones. Oh my god, I forgot we're getting green jerseys this
Yeah,
year.
we're getting green
Fuck.
jerseys this year. Yeah, they're still keeping the City
They were really-
Connect, but yeah, they're we're getting some green ones now.
I forgot about that. We're getting fucking green City Connect. Oh my god. All right, I'm sold. Let's do this damn thing. Bregman green jersey. Oh man, I'm sold. But yeah, let's see. Like, God, I'm already getting excited. I'm about to create on Fanatics. Come on, Michael Rubin, get to stepping. Yeah, so like City Connect or the like you just mentioned there, the Baseball Stars triple autos. I'm not too sure if you've had the opportunity to like look at some of these foils. I know the one that was that people keep going back and forth on is the I believe the official name of it. Let me get it over here. I don't think it's serial numbered. What sand glitter? Have you seen those? The sand glitter parallels?
No,
So these are new.
they have some on eBay.
These are there's some on eBay. I think like a Shohei sold for like 20 something bucks. Yeah, they're fairly new, or not fairly new. They are new. You can only get them in jumbos. They're out of one every 2 packs. But those are some of the new parallels. I was looking at some of the hanger stuff because, like we've discussed a couple of episodes ago, the yellow hanger parallels are now gone. Looks like they've been replaced here by the pink Damiante foil. Those are out of 1 out of 10 hangers, and the print run on that is pretty low. It's $275. There is still a little bit of confusion because like there's a gold, and I think they're both out of 50. So like I would say if you're ripping these packs, to be a little bit careful what you're ripping and like in what you're listing, because there's a gold hollow foil that's out of 50, and there's a gold rainbow foil that's also out of 50. So like make sure that you know like what you're ripping and things like that. I saw a couple of pictures. The rainbow foil obviously has like a refractor-esque
Yeah,
and
this
the
sand glitter ones look a little misleading because I don't know, like should have made the card brown, honestly. Like a little
yeah.
shiny brown. It's called sand. I ain't never seen no rainbow sand, so if you have,
Yeah, and
let me
then
know where
it
this
looks like
rainbow sand's
to me it
at.
looks like a shimmer, like a that's the idea that I get from it. Like it looks like a shimmer, but like yeah, this is part of it where I'm like I just get a little bit confused because like even for myself, like I read, I'm like, what the hell is a gold Damiante foil? Like what the hell is that?
Yeah,
You can only get those in hangers. They're
this
1
is
out of 58.
I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but for the YouTube people, this is a Harper sand. I'm like, that looks like a damn rainbow. I don't know.
Well, what's it going for? What's the price on that?
So this one right now is, let me go back out. The buyer's asking for basically $46.
Damn.
But sand glitter foil, Bryce Harper, yeah. but I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of different things out there. So again, if you're ripping this, obviously the prices of day one, the weekend can be a little bit crazy. So if you're ripping any type of series one, do your research, try to see what's selling, what's not selling. There are some good foils out here. The wood out of 25. I don't know if that's always been I think that's a fairly new parallel. But I'm pretty sure if you pull a James Wood card, I think that's gonna go for a little bit of change. So if you get that, good job. Like we discussed here, the golden mirror variations are back. The true photo variations, which basically have like no border, um, those are back as well. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to rip. There's a lot to look at. One thing I also failed to acknowledge here, um, that I wanted to mention at the top of the when we started talking about it, is that this is a very highly printed set, and it's continued to go up last year. So this is all just print run per base card. There are Twitter accounts that do a really good job of figuring out the details, doing the maths. If you do all that and you spend your time doing all that, kudos to you. I can't math, so the fact that people spend the time to do all that, I tip my cap to you guys for doing that. But again, courtesy of Chasing Majors, the set size is 350 cards. Last year, as far as a print run, was 899,550. The print run for this per base card is 1,184,600. So there is going to be a lot of base, a lot of paper. That's why flagship is typically not the best bang for your buck. But again, it kind of like we've discussed here, rings in the new season, rings in what to expect heading into 2025. And then, yeah, I would say here, as far as that, like, rip what you want to rip, rip what you can afford. Obviously, don't expect your money back. If you do, great, good job. I applaud you for that. But yeah, I would say just if you find something to rip, a blaster, a hanger, ring in the new year, ring in some fun rips. I'm definitely going to try to find some hanger boxes this weekend. I myself even have a busy weekend. Mine is from your event on Sunday, but have a little bit of a busy weekend myself. So going to try to do my best to maybe make it out to some shops and maybe try to find a hanger box or some Targets, Walmarts, whatever. Try to find some hanger box. And who knows, last year I pulled when the Jackson Merrills were short printed, it pulled that out of a hanger. So maybe we can continue the luck here on the hanger boxes. But yeah, series one looks fun, looks cool. I like the base card, I like the parallels, like the 1990 design as well. Not too sure if I missed anything there or if you have any hits or some thoughts there on series one.
I think we pretty much hit it. We hit everything. I think it's a humongous set. So 350 cards. So like you said, expect a lot of base. There's so many parallels. Again, like, just do your research. Just be careful what you're listing if you do try to sell some cards online wherever you may sell. So, but other than that, I mean, it kicks off the baseball season, so it's exciting.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. So yeah, stay tuned on the socials. Again, you can find me at Moon3PO. Whatever that I'm ripping, that I'm buying, whatever the case may be. Obviously, that's going to be documented on all social media platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever the case may be. I'll have all those rips there. Bro P, I'm pretty sure if you rip, you'll be doing some good stuff over on the TikTok channels. So if you rip there, you can find at Bro P at _Robbie. That's R_ROBBEEE. That's 2 B's, 3 E's. But yeah, again, with this episode, all we had dedicated was originally going to be flagship, but again, the Alex Bregman took about 20 minutes, so we're pushing here on this hour. But yeah, that's all I had for this episode. So, but of course, like in good old fashioned, before we wrap everything up, Bro Pio, is there any final thoughts that you have for the good old listeners of Cardboard Dugout?
Not much. Just again, just keep follow the socials. That's where you're gonna see all the rips. I've been getting a little bit more TikTok savvy with my rips, so I've been going back and forth. I was like, man, how do I want to do this? I was like, do people like long TikToks and stuff like that? So I think I kind of find out my answer a little bit. This was my last video, so yeah, I think I'll be continuing to do little rips here and there on TikTok. But other than that, I think we have a lot of good stuff coming up. We're obviously going to have our probably within the next couple of weeks as we get into March. We're going to have our season predictions and stuff like that. Also, if you, of course, don't know, we now run a wrestling podcast, Collecting the 1, 2, 3, that is under the same channel. So if you go search Moon 3 Frio on the YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, on Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. Collecting the 1, 2, 3 is where we talk about wrestling and wrestling cards. As you know, last month, about a couple weeks ago, Topps released 2025 WWE Topps Chrome, and it's been a pretty hot product. I think we could say you have your videos on breaks on YouTube and some on TikTok. I have mine on TikTok. So yeah, if you like wrestling too, go give it a listen. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a NXT PoE that's gonna air on Saturday, which is Vengeance Day. So you could probably expect a nice little recap for that. So the card looks pretty good. So, but other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah, you nailed it there. I would say here moving forward, do be expecting the Cardboard Dugout, expecting the baseball card content coming back. We, like you just mentioned there, we've been dabbling a lot into Topps Chrome recently, WWE. So if that does interest you, again, the Moon 3PO channel, that's where you can find a lot of my rips. We have a hobby box opening there. We have a mega and blaster box opening there on as well, along with some shorts of some blasters that we're able to find for retail, which was pretty big because, yeah, like you mentioned, it's a hot product. Blasters are going for like 35, megas are going for like 90. Hobby boxes are going for like $200 to $300. So, yeah, it's an extremely hot product. So, again, if you guys want like a deep dive into it, things of that nature, collecting the 1, 2, 3 is where you can find it. And if you guys have tuned into that, you guys have been absolutely killing that. So, appreciate the support on that. We do have some good card show vlogs coming out soon as well. Also dropped a video on that. You want to go check out that video. You can check out that. We have one coming up, I believe, in 2 weeks at the end of the month. So that's probably going to be another vlog. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, Top Series 1 will probably be showcased there as well. With Super Bowl finally being wrapped, so we'll probably finally start seeing some baseball cards making its way back to the shows because it's been a little bit bland, a little dry. When it comes to the show and the
all these Pokemon guys need to go. They need to get out of here. Go away.
Pokemon, man. Pokemon has been absolutely just been tearing up the market. So if you're into Pokemon, you've been making some making some coin there if you know how to do it right. But yeah, all these shows here have just been heavy Pokemon TCG, which I get it, I understand it, but yeah, the baseball card market as far as our area has been a little bit dry. So hopefully that changes with Series 1 and Flagship officially being here. But yeah, again, stay tuned to all the socials. Again, you can find me at Moon3PO, BroPO. That's going to be at _ Robbie, ROBBEEE, 2B's, 3Es. Follow us on there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're close to 700 subscribers. The push to 1,000 is real, which when I say that still sounds so crazy to me. Also on TikTok, again, at Moon3PO. Have been going live too. I went live once. I probably want to do that even moving forward as well. Maybe do like a weekly live session. So if you want to come and chat with me live and instead of the pod or tweet me or whatever, come follow me on TikTok. I think we're close to 700 followers on that too. So the fact that it's kind of mirroring each other, it's pretty fun. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of us officially being back here on Cardboard Dugout. It was a lot of fun. Expect the weekly episodes as far as the spring training starts rolling along, news, injuries, whatever happens, we'll be covering here and see how that affects the trading card market. I do thank you guys for listening, watching, wherever you're tuning in, and we will see y'all in the next one.